Welcome to the Ask DRK Child Show. This is a live show where I get to answer your questions. You can submit them via my website, www.christopherchilds.com/free workshop. Some people text me questions. Whatever is easy for you. I do 3 questions per episode because this is supposed to be 15 minutes. Like today, 15 minutes, 3 questions. No one has emailed me yet, so let's do what I call priming the pump. You have time to get your live questions in. If you submit your question to christopherchilds.com/free workshop, I'm going to answer it live. Like I'm going to call you, let you answer your question live on the show. Or if you just submit it and put all 9s in, I won't call you by to answer your question. Here, oh man. Whew. Okay, jump right into these questions. Here's the first one. Why does gender matter when designing lessons? I need to take a sip. Ooh. Why does gender matter? Well, I've never been a proponent of high-stakes standardized tests. You all know that. I do like to use the data because the data tells a story. When we look at the data as it relates to how our girls perform, especially when we get to subgroup by race and ethnicity and socioeconomic status, they're lagging behind their peers. That is important because there's no such thing as a girl brain and a boy brain. One is smarter than the other. That is a falsehood. But our instructional practices, the curriculum that we use, has an impact on how students learn. Check out my episode where it's entitled 4 Gender Inclusive Practices. It'll help you see some of the strategies that you can utilize with your students. But we want to focus on when we're doing examples and tasks with our students, are they inclusive? For example, I have 2 girls. For some reason, my girls don't like football. I love football. They don't like it. If they're in math class and hypothetically, if they have a coach, teacher, and all the examples of football, my kids are going to sit in class like this. They have no interest in football. Now, one of my daughters loves basketball. She may get into it. So I'm not saying they don't like sports. But what I am saying, are we picking interests that are engaging to our students that our students like? Or are we picking interests that we like? Or that are just typically the interests that are in the books? Just because it's in a book does not mean it relates to all students. We want to be cognizant of what task are we providing the students. Does it provide a lens for say it with me, every student to engage and that they like? Get out of the lens of, I'm doing it just because it's here. We want to create environments where everybody gets the opportunity. And then why does it matter? It matters because if you engage me in something that I like, I have a higher chance of doing well in it. If you're giving me something that I don't like, there's a possibility I'm not going to do well within it. So we're reframing, how do we teach math in the context of an inclusive environment and not making everyone go towards a dominant environment? Whew. Tough question. All right. It's a live show. Let's see if, again, I primed the pump, but if no one's emailed, here we go. Like today's, all these questions kind of rough. I need to talk to my team about this. Like I need some easy questions. I'm joking. Here we go. How can I, as a male teacher, create lessons that relate to my female students? All right. I'm a male teacher. How do I create lessons? Here's the best thing you have to do. And this is for all students. So the cool thing about these strategies, they actually work well for all strategies, but I'm focused on the female students. This is what you need to do. Focus on developing relationships. When you develop relationships with your students, you get to identify your students' likes and their dislikes. When you identify their likes and their dislikes, you have a better opportunity to engage them in whatever you're teaching. So when you think about creating lessons that relate, you find out what do they like. You may have students who love I'm looking around with this. Just to read books. You can create lessons about books. You may have students who love coding. Create lessons around coding. You may let students, what's something? They make TikTok videos. That's hot right now in 2020. You may create lessons in regards to TikTok videos. The key is develop a relationship so you can identify what are those key things that my students engage in and like. How can I build upon what they engage in and they like from an authentic perspective and provide them, what do I always say? A high quality mathematics experience. That's pretty good. That was pretty good. I did pretty good on that one. Give myself a pat on the back for that one. All right, your last chance to get your questions in. If you post it on the website, I will get to it. If you email me, I will get to it because the maximum is 3. This is the third question, but I'll go one more because I'm on time today. I'm on time today. All right. Oh, man, this question came in. Why do girls struggle in mathematics? This is a loaded question. First, I do not believe girls struggle in mathematics. I believe when anyone is forced to make sense of something through a domain and lens that is not innately their lens, it's going to be harder. What do I mean? When we think about math, typically the context and how it's taught, we try to teach it through a male-oriented lens through the example. I could probably pull up one of my books and just show you example after example. So what we're trying to do is say, hey, this is how you got to learn it. Not thinking everyone brings into the classroom experience their own unique abilities, their own unique perspectives. And when they bring in their own unique abilities and perspectives, hey, Ms. Rivera, I see you signing in. When they bring into the experience their own unique perspectives, giving a shout out, I lost my train of thought. When they bring into their own unique perspective is how do we build upon them? So girls don't struggle. What the struggle in mathematics is how are your students making connections to the content, what has been presented to them? I'll give you an example. If you taught math to me through the lens of hockey, I would struggle. Not because I'm not good at math, it's the context that you're presenting it in. We want to ensure the context matters. I know everybody's going to say, well, 2 + 2 is 2. No, it's not 2. 2 + 2 is 4. Everybody's going to say that. I agree. But when it comes to the context, it's going to vary. And we have to make sure mathematics is placed in the language that encompasses all. So first, girls do not struggle in mathematics. What the struggle is with the context that are presented are not encompassing of the unique abilities and perspectives they bring into the classroom. How do we change that so it's a more inclusive environment? So it's not only girls, but also students of color, also students from low socioeconomic status. They have this inclusive environment. So what are you going to do to create this environment within your classroom setting? We cannot do business as usual and teach it through this old male domain because 1 is not the most effective for anybody. 2, people are not succeeding. Like the crap ain't working. So what are we going to do differently to ensure every student, and it can easily be done through building upon the experiences that students bring into the classroom. I put a lot in the last question. All right. This has been the Ask DRK Child Show. I appreciate every one of you for tuning in, whether you're tuning in on the website or you're tuning in on Facebook. What's unique, it shows me like when people come in and out of Facebook, my website doesn't, which is it's fine because I know people tune in because people hit me up. They ask me to repost the show. I repost these things on YouTube. It's fun time. 15-minute PL. Who else can do 15-minute PL and a 15-minute Q&A show? Nobody. What Keith Sweat say? Nobody. Nobody. Y'all may not heard it high note because I faked it. Anyways, this has been the Ask DRK Childs. I appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in. This is a daily show, Monday through Thursday. Right now, this is being recorded in 2020. Why do I say that? This was supposed to be a 2-week show because we were supposed to be shut down for 2 weeks. I don't know when the show is going to end, so I'm going to go indefinitely. As long as you all tune in, all I need is one person to tune in. I'm going to do the show. One person. If 0 tune in, I'm gonna quit. But as long as one person tunes in or watches the replay, I will continue to do this because my goal is how do I bring value to our ecosystem and ensure every student receives a high quality mathematics experience. I'm out.